Hello everybody. Before we get the video started, I would like to say this video is a collaboration with a bunch of other comic book YouTubers to talk about Spider-Man 2000. So, if you would politely go check out the playlist full of other people's videos that are way better than mine, I'll have that link below and at the end card of this video. So yeah, go check that out.
Welcome to the first upload on the newly rebranded channel. I thought I'd make this one a little bit special. You see, I know for a fact that everyone who watches this channel for the cape shit plays video games and loves comic books. Today, I will be discussing what is the most groundbreaking game in the superhero subgenre. A lot of you may be thinking I'm talking about Rocksteady's Batman Arkham Asylum, which in its own right was extremely groundbreaking and deserves its praise. We are going to be talking about a game that doesn't get as much praise, a game Rocksteady themselves has even said inspired them to create Arkham. This game is Spider-Man, or as it's better known, Spider-Man 2000, for the PS1, Dreamcast, N64, PC, as well as probably more, and was developed by Neversoft and published by Activision in, you guessed it, the year 2000. A year that would define gaming, with not only this game, but as well as the most influential game console ever, the PS2 also releasing. However, that's a story for another time. Before we talk about Spider-Man, we must first talk about Neversoft. Neversoft was a game development studio owned by Activision and first opened its doors in 1994. They became popular and best known for the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games that are often considered the best of that generation, and for good reason too. While Neversoft was pioneering the gaming industry, Activision required the rights to produce games based on Marvel Comics properties. Of course, Activision handed over to their moneymakers over at Neversoft to create what we now know as Spider-Man 2000. For its 20th anniversary, let's take a look back at this underrated gem. Spider-Man 2000 featured countless amounts of heroes and villains not only from the Spider-Man mythos, but also from the entirety of Marvel Comics. It was also the first ever 3D superhero game, and yet somehow many today still can't feel as good or as smooth as this game does. It may not have aged well graphically, but has certainly aged well in every other aspect. Whether it's combat, traversing around the levels, or just watching the cutscenes, everything here looks like it was pulled straight out of a comic book. This game went on to sell many copies, however a number of sales is currently unknown to me. It did, however, warrant a sequel titled Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro. It improved on the gameplay and graphics, but everything else was almost lacking. At least lacking compared to the original Neversoft title had. Not all things must last forever though. In 2014, Activision shut down doors for Neversoft after they weren't bringing much money in with their recent Call of Duty titles. That same year, Marvel pulled out of their deal with Activision after the disaster that was The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Currently, both Marvel and Activision are doing a lot in the gaming world with recent releases such as Modern Warfare and Marvel Spider-Man, along with more to release soon. Fans of both companies can expect great products from both, but nothing, however, will beat the good old days of Neversoft Spider-Man. Now, you may be asking, how is this game so influential? I'll go ahead and answer that question. It was the first 3D superhero game, and it was the first one to be taken seriously other than the movie tie-in games that were releasing around that time. This game was also the working ground for what would be Spider-Man 2, a game that would go on to be some people's favorite Spider-Man game, or even superhero game period. Rocksteady cited Spider-Man 2000's key inspiration behind their critically acclaimed Batman Arkham series, which has gone on to win many Game of the Year awards. Without Spider-Man 2000, superhero games simply would not be the same. That's all the time I have for now, however. So take care, and remember to enjoy life.